Here in France, investigators say they believe that Russia was behind a stunt near the Eiffel Tower during the weekend. Police have arrested 3 people after 5 coffins were left near to the Eiffel Tower, draped in French flags. Investigators believe this stunt is connected with a propaganda campaign to affect public opinion. And this stunt is also likely to be connected to at least 2 other recent incidents here in Paris. Well, for more on this, I'm joined by France 24's Monte Francis from the newsroom. Monte, welcome to the programme. First of all, what more do we know about this incident at the Eiffel Tower?
Well, so Tom, this happened at about 9 o'clock on Saturday morning. Essentially, these 5 coffins just showed up on the sidewalk in front of the Eiffel Tower. They were covered in the French flag and also an inscription written in French that said "French soldiers in Ukraine." Inside, there were just harmless sacks of plaster. Now, those coffins had been unloaded from a van, and police arrested 3 suspects. They arrested the driver immediately there at the scene. He told them he had been paid 40 euros to transport the coffins. The 2 other suspects were later located at a bus station in central Paris, and they were apparently planning to board a bus for Berlin. They told investigators they had been paid 400 euros to place the coffins there. French media is reporting that the driver is from Bulgaria. The other 2 men are from Ukraine and Germany, and investigators say these men have ties to Russia. So what would be the motivation here? Why would Russia want to do something like this? Remember, Moscow has been quite upset with French President Emmanuel Macron, who has failed to rule out sending troops to Ukraine, also holding discussions to send French instructors to Ukraine to train Ukrainian soldiers. And Russia, as you might expect, has dismissed these accusations as untrue.
OK, I mean, Russia thought to be linked to at least 2 other incidents, as I was saying a moment ago. I mean, this is all part of an attempt to manipulate public opinion, it seems.
That's right. Let me just go through these other 2 incidents for you. Most recently, there was an incident of graffiti at the Holocaust Memorial here in Paris. Someone vandalized the memorial with red handprints and red paint on a wall that listed the names of people who had helped Jews escape the Nazis in World War II. Now, that symbol, that red handprint, for many Jews, refers to something that happened in 2000 involving the death of 2 Israeli reservists. And it's recognized by some in the Jewish community as sort of a celebration of the death of Jews. So for this graffiti, 3 suspects were detained and questioned. They were all said to be from Bulgaria, also with ties to Russia. Now, since that investigation is open, they have disappeared. They have apparently fled France, and their whereabouts are unknown. Another incident happened back in October, just after the attack by Hamas in Israel, when Stars of David began appearing in a neighborhood here in Paris to apparently show where Jewish people live. That, of course, harkens back to World War II. A Moldovan couple was arrested for that graffiti. And once again, French investigators are saying that these folks were paid by Russian intelligence.
OK, so for someone watching who's saying, why would Russia do this? Why is it in their interest? I mean, the answer seems to be to sort of sow a sense of confusion and chaos in our societies.
That's right. We've seen this time and time again, whether we're talking about Russia interfering in U.S. elections to spread disinformation or elections here in Europe. And we're even seeing it in the run-up to the Olympic Summer Games here in Paris. You know, Russia has been barred from competing in the games under the Russian flag, and Moscow is really quite upset about this. Russia is believed to be behind a fake 1-hour documentary that's been circulating on social media, stoking fears about a possible terror attack at the games. The documentary looks quite authentic. It uses the Netflix logo. The narrator's voice is generated by AI. It sounds very much like the actor Tom Cruise. So the bigger picture here is that these incidents really do, as you say, they fit into this modus operandi of Russian propaganda to sow chaos and disinformation in the West and in Western democracies.
OK, well, thank you very much indeed for that, Monte Francis from the newsroom. Thank you very much indeed.
Welcome.
North Korea